Hello, and what is going on, everybody? It is Master of the TDS, and I am joined by my lovely wife,
Riding Raven.
And we're back for another episode of Psycho-Synopsis.
Sorry we took so long.
Yeah, we are back with the segment where we summarize all the Psycho for you. We take a, selection of the topics throughout the week and report on them all at once for those too busy to watch all the videos, for those who don't want to watch that many videos, or for those who just don't have the time.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we got a couple topics to cover today. In interest of not making this a billion things about one particular topic, we've tried to we're going to talk about multiple things underneath the umbrella of one topic, instead of making multiple, because that would just take more time. Which
we have done before.
Yeah, and we're going to try it this way. So, without further ado,
let us bring in the first client, Doctor Who Flux.
Oh boy, I'd like to talk about this again. Days since a good Doctor Who episode, and then it's showing the overnight ratings being 4.43 million people. And Doctor Who returned with a brand new series last night. No, not last night for us, but overnight ratings for the first episode have been confirmed. So, what are the overnight ratings? Well, it shows there. What's significant about that? Well, it's the lowest opening premiere for any Doctor Who since New Who, began.
Since 2005.
Yeah. So, not showing very well. Of course, it's trending on Twitter with a bunch of things because it's amazing, it's astounding, and nobody watched it.
You can blame it on Halloween all you want. No one wanted to watch it.
And look, if you like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, and you like this iteration of Doctor Who, you are more than welcome to like it.
It is completely fine if you do, but don't be upset if we don't.
And don't be upset if the facts don't fit with your narrative. For example, blaming Halloween, that is a deflection. The facts are that this particular premiere did the worst out of all the premieres of New Who.
Since 2005.
So, literally, that means, that is a fact. That is not something you can dispute. Oh, it was Halloween. Oh boy. And it's still a fact. So, be quiet, relax, you can like it, but objective facts don't care about your feelings.
True.
And, look, I've heard some things about this already. Now, there's more episodes coming out. This is only a 6-episode season, but of course the show's doing fine because, stuff and things. Only 6 episodes, though.
It's never been better editorially.
Yeah, and we've heard some good things in the future, potentially, about, Russell T Davies coming back to Doctor Who. That's been confirmed. We have heard some rumors about him, having full creative control of Doctor Who.
Completely taken away from the BBC.
With the BBC unable to actually do anything, which would be nice.
And is, not at all surprising, because they have completely destroyed it.
Yeah, but look, I'm not holding out hope for this show anymore. It used to be my favorite show. It became to the point where I'm now apathetic to it.
Yeah.
As Nerdrotic would say, I chronicle its demise, pretty much. And point and laugh at the idiots who come and get angry because somehow their enjoyment of a show that they like is dependent on everybody else having the same narrative as them.
Bingo.
Well, to them I say, if your enjoyment of the show is so important that I need to have the same view, then maybe you need to ask yourself, did you really enjoy the show as much as you thought you did?
Probably not.
And we have our opinions, and you're welcome to yours. But kindly, don't tell me that my opinions are wrong. I'm allowed to think whatever I like.
Shall we move on?
But yeah, let's move on from this before it gives me acid reflux. I've made that joke already, but whatever.
There, my love. So our next client is a film adaptation of Wicked.
Okay, so, as you see, it says this isn't Oz anymore. The Wicked movie has found its 2 lead witches in Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, I believe?
I don't know who the second person is, but Ariana Grande has been cast as Glinda, and the other one, Cynthia, has been cast as Elphaba, the Witch of the West. Now, my husband here is a very big fan of The Wizard of Oz and can tell you how Wicked is actually a fan fiction.
It actually is. If you guys have heard of The Wizard of Oz, there's actually a whole collection of books which continue the story and other things. They're very good. Unfortunately, ended off kind of on a sad note with Frank Baum passing away, and the last book was completed, but there's not much else to work with. Wicked was made based off of, I don't know what the heck they're making it off of, so I already don't like Wicked. Now, if you do, that's fine. I've heard it does very well. I've heard it has a good story. I'm not at all opposed to them making stories out of it.
It does. I've seen Wicked, and I thought it was a brilliant play.
But to me, I'm already opposed to this because I personally I like The Wizard of Oz as it is, the whole series, the Oz Chronicles.
The books, not the movie.
The movie didn't get anything right.
The Muppets version did, though.
But aside from that point, look, do we really need a film adaptation of Wicked?
No, but it is probably being done because not everybody can afford Broadway tickets.
Oh boy, yay. And?
Well, Cynthia is a black woman, so and if she's playing Elphaba, they're probably going to make it how she's not green, but is oppressed because she's a black woman.
Or green face!
They do that anyway for the play!
How dare you? I demand that you find an actress who actually has green pigmented skin to play a character with green pigmented skin.
They can't do that.
Isn't that how it works, though?
Nope, the person in the play who plays the witch is painted.
No, wrong. They have to go find somebody because that's how it works. And I demand it to be so, and me and my 8 Twitter accounts tell you also, so we're right and you're wrong.
That would mean that for the Shrek musical, they would have to find an actual talking donkey instead of just putting a guy in a donkey suit.
What's the difference?
Good point.
But look, I don't even think we need a film adaptation of Wicked, to be honest.
We don't.
But, whatever. I honestly don't. I'm not surprised they're casting the kind of people that they are. I don't think it's going to go over well, but of course, if you hate it, you just hate strong women, and that's all they know how to say, because they literally haven't gotten their software update yet.
Yeah. They're probably going to make the lead male a dunce.
Who cares at this point? Look, at this point, I've come to the conclusion that Hollywood will never have any more original ideas. There are people out there who will create decent films, but most of them will not be original ideas anymore. And that's sad, because we had a lot of great films that were original ideas and people willing to take risks. And by taking risks, I don't mean taking risks by being
diverse and
inclusive. No, taking risks with original ideas.
Yeah, taking risks means doing what you want without having to worry about offending people. Like being a goth.
I think that, more people need to speak up and speak their mind. The more we cater to the people demanding we change things, the more things will change, and not for the better. And eventually we'll look back and go, how did we get here? I feel like some people are already doing that, but that's a side point. But again, not really interested in this.
Me neither.
Not surprised they're casting the people they are. Good luck for you. Have fun. I won't be watching it.
Nor will I. I'll stick with the Broadway.
I'll stick with the books. Go read the books.
Seriously, do. And our next client, My Hero Academia.
Yeah! So we have, in a testament to the popularity and quality of the beloved shonen series, the latest film in the My Hero Academia series, My Hero Academia World's Heroes Mission, both opened in the 4th spot in North America and took the title of the franchise's highest grossing cinematic outing. Now, my wife and I are big fans of My Hero Academia. We're actually currently watching...
We just started season 5.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of it, but we're working through it. But as you can see, here's Midoriya, whatever. This is just going to show you that original ideas... Now, again, a lot of people are saying, we can't, we should make our own original ideas and not necessarily only rely on Japan or...
I mean, I do. It's on Wattpad.
That's fair. This is a thing about superheroes. I thought I was burned out on superheroes. I love this show.
This has restored his need for a good superhero show.
Well, it hasn't restored my need. I'm actually open to watching it. I personally don't care about superheroes that much anymore, but because the superheroes we get nowadays are obnoxious jerks who do whatever they want, and usually are women, and we all need to know who they're sleeping with because...
Reasons.
We can't see them without knowing who they sleep. We can't see ourselves in the novel without knowing who they sleep with.
Yes, we can. It's called imagination.
We don't want to... If we want to read an erotic novel, we'll go get an erotic novel.
That's true.
If we want to read a comic book, we'll get a comic book. You can't do both.
That's also true.
I'm sure there are ways to do both, but this is not one of them. Now, this just goes to show you that, My Hero Academia has an original story, original characters, really good plot, overarching story. There's some filler thrown in it here or there, but for overall, when you're comparing it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially these days, it does not even hold a candle.
Yeah, there's no comparison. My Hero Academia is way up there. I'd even put One Punch Man with it.
Yeah, my One Punch Man's almost the same thing, but, well, it's similar. But if you guys haven't watched My Hero Academia, I would suggest you do. Even if you're burned out of superheroes, do me a favor. If you trust me, go watch some of it.
At least the first episode. You will not be disappointed.
You won't. Trust me, it's worth the watch, it's worth the time, and even if you're not that much of a fan of,
heroes in general, it's still a very good show.
Or if you're not a fan of anime, give it a try anyways. You might be surprised.
And we move on to our next client. DC Comics.
So as you can see, it says DC, and it shows Tom Taylor and the pink-haired person. It says lie. DC Comics employees reached out to LAPD for protection after receiving death threats from Superman fans. Except there's one little teensy-weensy little problem with that.
The LAPD were never called.
That, and also, they say the LAPD were called, to protect the studio and protect the writers and the artists. Except the writers and the artists don't live in Los Angeles.
Wah, wah.
So the LAPD would really have their work cut out for them to get on a plane and have to fly all the way there, wouldn't they?
No, they wouldn't. It's not even their jurisdiction if it's not in Los Angeles. Therefore, they would not have had to acknowledge the call to begin with.
That's true. But also, it just goes to show you that they were trying to lie because they want to keep Superman in the news cycle and saying, oh my gosh, we got death threats. Nobody cared enough to give you death threats. Do I think that there were threats? Do I think that there could be? Yes, and nobody deserves to get death threats.
No.
No one. However, I will look at this and kind of say, you didn't fool anybody.
No.
And now you get called out for it. And of course, the mainstream media is not really covering it that much, because of course it doesn't fit the narrative that they'd like to spin. But there's also something else we want to add here about Superman, is that they've given him a new kryptonite.
And it's not kryptonite, it's worse.
Well, kryptonite isn't a new weakness. So, wait, I'll let my wife tell you what this new weakness is. Tell them, honey. Wait. Before she tells you, take a guess. What is the trope that they use for all superheroes right now, especially the newer ones, to make them relatable and cool? Give up? Hey, honey, tell them.
He's too powerful. He could hurt someone. Yeah, no duh. That's why Superman holds back, you idiots.
And also, they're claiming that, the super villains are making his powers on purposely strong so he might harm people. Oh my gosh, he's too powerful. He may hurt somebody. But as my wife said, he holds back. He always has.
Yeah, there have been animated movies about Superman being put into situations where he doesn't have to hold back, where he actually does have to go full power. And when he does go full power, he's twice as powerful as we normally see him, because he knows he has to hold back so that he won't accidentally kill somebody.
But of course, that's not important information. We gave him a new weakness by making him too powerful. Oh no! Stop.
That's not how you write a compelling character.
Just stop. This is a trope that you guys keep using for things. Get this through your heads. We don't need overpowered characters. And I'm not saying this is an overpowered thing. You're using the overpowered as, oh my gosh, you might be too powerful.
Superman is overpowered to begin with.
But stop with the trope of making characters super powerful and they could be too powerful, because guess what? Nobody's interested in that. We want characters that are relatable, that have flaws. I get that in your minds, your tiny little insignificant minds, that you believe that you are perfect and therefore flawless and that people actually are interested in you. Let me burst your bubble for you. People aren't interested in you. We don't care. You're not perfect. And stop lying.
And your ideas suck. Did I insult ideas that suck?
No, this has been done before, so it's not even their ideas. They're stealing ideas from other people and doing them badly.
Marvel recently did it with their new Ghost Rider character.
I don't even want to know how that's been going.
Never heard. I haven't heard anything about it since.
Oh no, did Ghost Rider get ghosted?
Ouch.
But yeah, so maybe if you're gonna construct a lie, make sure it's actually believable. Not saying the LAPD, were dispatched, because not all comics writers and whatever live in LA.
They really don't.
And maybe you want to try and come up with more original ideas than he's just too powerful. Also, I've heard rumors that they're going to kill Superman again.
Yay!
I'm sure he won't be back.
Yay!
I'm sure he won't somehow magically resurrect.
Ugh.
It totally won't, honey, because that's not how it works. When superheroes die, they don't magically come back, except they do all the time.
Yeah, they've never killed off a hero for good.
Yeah, I wonder if Mr. Pink-haired weirdo will get killed off in the book. We'll have to see.
That would be nice, except he's intangible. Well, then again, if they make him get stuck in a wall, he could die that way.
Then again, that kind of suits the character because I'm sure that he's see-through, just like he's see-through. He's intangible. He has no substance, just like most characters they make these days.
Ouch! And also like the brains of the writers.
So at least I can give them some props that at least your power matches the personality of the character. But anyways, it's time for us to go up, and away from this garbage.
Yay! To our next client! Buff Jabba the Hutt.
Do you even work out, bro? Jabba the Hutt's cousin, Boku, may have had an impressive six-pack, but he still makes a crucial mistake that gets the entire Hunt Council killed.
Do you want to laugh at this one, or should I?
No, we don't want to get our neighbors angry.
Fine. This is dumb.
So, as you can see that picture next to Jabba, that's Boku the Hutt with his six-pack. Yes, you know the giant slug creatures in Star Wars that literally are slug creatures? Somehow this one got a six-pack. Don't ask questions! Just consume the content.
Lucasfilm, you need to read into your own lore. Hutts are made to be flabby. That's their biology.
But that doesn't matter. We want to have a buff Hutt. That people will like that, right?
They're trying to appeal to their female audience, aren't they?
I don't know.
It's not going to work with a Hutt.
What the heck is wrong with you people?
Everything.
Go make more rocks that pilot spaceships. That's more believable than this.
Oh my gosh, yes. And that's saying something.
It just goes to show you that, Star Wars isn't safe. There's no civil war going on. Do I think that there could be some infighting? Sure. But there's no civil war. It's not happening. I'm just tired of seeing this, and this is just ridiculous. As I said, I've gotten to the point where also with Star Wars, especially for me, I'm kind of apathetic to it. What about you, honey?
I'm starting to get there.
And I don't want to see any new stuff. And some people are like, oh, you'll say that and then you'll go watch it. We haven't watched any of it.
We haven't even seen the second season of The Mandalorian. We haven't even finished the Clone Wars.
Yeah, we gave up. I just got to the point where I just don't care.
I haven't even touched my fan fiction in weeks.
I'd rather watch anime and not Star Wars Visions. I won't even watch that.
Yeah, that one is just weird.
We hear things, we listen, we make our decisions based on what we hear, but we don't watch.
No.
So never accuse us of going to go watch it, because we don't.
We haven't even rewatched the old stuff lately.
But Boku the Hutt with the six-pack? Really?
That is beyond dumb, even for Lucasfilm.
Please go back to making rocks. Please go back to making more rock characters, okay? At least those were fun to make fun of.
And get some therapy.
Don't look at me. They could not pay me enough to get near these people.
How about we just ship them off to a psych ward?
No, because they would take up a whole psych ward. Because I think the reason they're giving them a six-pack is because they realize this is how we see them, as giant slugs.
But giant slugs don't have six-packs.
Exactly. They were trying to project onto here that they're cool and amazing, but in reality, Wahaha, I giant slug thing. Naha, I blocked you on Twitter. Ha I'm so smart. Ha
My brain hurts. Can we move on now?
Sure.
To the next client, Eternals.
Oh boy. So as you can see, MCU stands, and then the critics with a 48%, and it's gone lower than that, I think, since. Marvel's latest film Eternals is out in theaters today, and early audience reactions and scores are coming in.
And they are bad.
Well, interestingly, the critic scores are what are bad. The audience scores, of course, predictably was frozen at 86%.
Like Rise of Skywalker.
For ages, with more reviews coming in. And now there's something starting to go down a little bit. It's almost like they decide, hey, maybe we shouldn't use the same trick twice with the same number, because that'll make it look too suspicious. Or maybe most of the critics, the woke critics, are turning on this because this movie's garbage.
Yeah, maybe they're finally realizing I don't get paid enough for this.
And look, if you like Eternals and you enjoyed it, all power to you. You're allowed to like it. But you're also allowed to understand that in comparison to the other movies and other movies that are available, it is not that good.
Nope.
And that's okay. It's not that good, and you don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with us. But go ahead and watch it if you want to. We don't want to. We've already heard enough about it, and we weren't planning on going to watch it anyways.
Nope.
And I just think it's funny that the MCU stands are getting angry with the critics now and saying Rotten Tomatoes doesn't matter and all this stuff that we were all saying ages ago. Because now that it's woke on woke crime, now it's a problem.
Cannibalism.
I just think it's funny because, again, you see them online going, like, saying the stupidest things to defend it. It's being review bombed because it was made by a woman. Get new material.
Seriously, give us more stuff to put on the bingo card, please.
No thanks. I'm good with the bingo card as is.
Yeah, me too.
It just goes to show you that they can't. Now, our own critics are turning on them and they don't know what to do about it.
Nope. They have literally resorted to cannibalism, and it's glorious.
I'm calling it now. They're going to freeze the critic score.
Yeah, probably.
I'm calling it now. They're going to freeze the critic score.
And then raise it.
Who knows?
But enough of that. We shall move on to our last client of the day, Morbius.
So we have Morbius. Sony Pictures released their second trailer for the upcoming Morbius film starring Jared Leto.
I look forward to this one.
Seems like the Sony movies are actually okay, for the most part. We haven't seen Venom Let There Be Carnage yet. We don't have a rush to go see it. And, like, am I gonna go run out to see this one? Probably not.
This one looks great, and this is an actual image from the new trailer of
Michael
Morbius in his vampire form, and it's beautiful. I want to see this movie, if only to support a fellow vampire.
No.
But I like vampires.
No. Becky. It looks cool. It looks decent. Now, it does have some things that make it seem like it might be set within the MCU.
They did have a Spider-Man poster in the trailer, apparently.
That said murderer on it, which we know what that means if you've watched. Now, again, I have no interest in watching any of the new Marvel stuff, except for maybe Spider-Man
No Way Home?
If Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in it. Otherwise, I pass.
Yeah.
But, this looks like a decent movie. See, we're not all terrible. This looks like a decent movie. It looks like something that we actually might end up going to go see, maybe even in the theaters. Who knows? Again, we'll obviously wait and see, and we can hope that it will be good, but it looks good. Just like some other movies out there look good.
Yes.
You know, back when it was okay to like a movie and not like movies?
Mm-hmm. Those were the days. Can we have those days back, please? I mean, we did just change the clocks.
That doesn't work like that.
Sadness. But that's every client. So, shall you give us our diagnosis?
So, our diagnosis of the week is one we used before, but I feel like this one also fits very well for this week.
Do tell what it is.
So, our diagnosis of the week is schizophrenia.
Tell us what that means.
So, schizophrenia is people who have hallucinations, delusions, disorganized speech. Basically, they can't function well in social situations. They are difficult to deal with. These are people who believe that they're right and all this other stuff. It also involves, social isolation, disorganized behavior, agitation, aggression, lack of restraint, thought disorders. Basically, what we're dealing with nowadays. The idea that that belief that an ordinary event has a special and personal meaning. The MCU is making a special movie that it's only the first time we've ever, except no one cared. They've done it before. And again, it just goes to show you that this is kind of what's going on right now, is that these people have this self-inflated importance, but really they're just stumbling around in the dark, not understanding it, and they're so disorganized and they're so up in their own heads, they don't realize it. They're looking for an audience that doesn't exist, because they have it in their head that it does exist, and that they need to do whatever they can to make it known that they are for this audience and all this stuff. So I feel like this is a quite good diagnosis for this week.
I am inclined to agree.
Now, as you guys know, we're coming to the end of our show, which means it's time for
the remedy of the week.
And we were just talking about vampires, such as Michael Morbius, which leads us to our remedy of the week.
My fellow vampire, Angelus Draven.
Yes, Angelus Draven. Now, Angelus Draven, as you could say here, it says, Vampire of the Phantom Collective, one half of the Fallen Angels and part of LGL, here to sink my teeth into gaming and entertainment. I hope you will join the brood. Now, he does have a YouTube channel and a Twitter, but we're here specifically to plug his Twitch. He is very, very close to affiliate. He just needs some more average viewers. He's a cool guy, plays some awesome games, so flap on over there with your bat wings. And tell him Gothic Therapy referred you.
Indeed. Go support.
But yeah, that's all we have for this week. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss your weekly therapy session.
Because you don't want to be charged. Also, follow us both on Twitter at Master of the TDS and at Riding Raven 2. Follow my husband on Twitch and Instagram, both at Master of the TDS. We also have a Instagram for our channel at yt.gothic.therapy, and follow me on Wattpad at GothicWriter613 for well-written stories that are actually good and don't have any wokeness.
And feel free to also find in the description below, you will see that we actually now we have a Discord server, the clinic. You can join that as well. We also have some new merch which you'll be exposed to in a minute. But yeah, that's all we have for this week, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Gothic Therapy, out.
Catch us.